Hi guys, your English instructor is here, and I want to talk to you about our upcoming project. It's called Applied Rhetorical Analysis. This project is the shortest compared to Project 1 and Project 2. We're going to spend only 4 weeks working on it, and we're not even going to do peer review. But what I want to clarify is how it is different from Project 1 that you just finished. The thing is that our Project 1 was devoted to already existing texts, those texts that you found in relation to your big question that you stated earlier in the semester. And you analyze those texts regarding their rhetorical features, rhetorical strategies the authors used, how they conveyed their ideas to their audience, and how those ideas answered your big question. And we also read chapters from our textbook on rhetoric, rhetorical analysis, and strategies, and all those things. So what's the difference between the first project and the second project? The second project, Applied Rhetorical Analysis, is going to be devoted to a text that does not exist yet. And you will create that text in your Project 3. But here, you will analyze rhetorically what you are planning to do for your argument, because Project 3 is called Public Argument. That's why this part is called Argument Proposal. And in this argument proposal, you will explain specifically what you are going to do. In other words, it will be an outline. You need to present very clearly your ideas, how you are going to write your argument. But also you will analyze rhetorically how you are planning to achieve that effect that you are planning to achieve. By what means, what rhetorical strategies you are planning to use. In other words, I can say that Project 1 can also be called a post-rhetorical analysis on those texts that already exist. But this project may be called a pre-rhetorical analysis on something that does not exist yet. I'm hoping I made it clearer. If this is still confusing, please email me and we will clarify it before you make mistakes. So this is one part, argument proposal, or that pre-rhetorical analysis. But the other part is the annotated bibliography. Probably you're already familiar with this genre, and I'm not going to get far in the weeds, but annotated bibliographies can serve different purposes. One purpose, just imagine that you are an author and you want to sell your book. But for this purpose, you do not want to give anything specific in your annotated bibliography. Your readers still want to know what your book is about, or not book, your article, for example. And you still need to give them some ideas so they could figure out if they actually need to read this. But you should not be specific. Or vice versa, your annotated bibliography will be specific. So ideally, those who will read it will not need to read the entire piece, you know? And for this assignment, that's exactly what I want you to do, to write an annotated bibliography that will give me clear ideas based on this plan about what exactly you are planning to use for your Project 3. And please follow this format rigorously, because that's how I will see that you understand perfectly how this source will be helpful, and it will actually make your work on your project 3 much easier. And of course, your first part argument proposal will be much easier to accomplish. And this is about the project. What we are doing for our small assignments next this week. So discussion. For this purpose, you will watch a documentary and write a little bit based on these questions. And I guess you remember our I think it was week 3, small writing assignment, project 1 simulation. That's exactly what this discussion will do. It will be also a simulation, and it will help you realize how a topic can be narrowed down. Because if we talked about the effect of internet on democracy. Internet is a pretty broad thing. This documentary will push you to think how Facebook is bad for democracy. So you see, we narrowed down internet to Facebook. And that's what you want to think about in relation to your topic. Because I intentionally did not ask you to provide me with your research question from the very beginning. Instead, I asked you to provide me with a big question. But now it's time to narrow down that big question to a small question. And this discussion will be a good example of that. And also, our journal will be based on the same documentary. And that's pretty much it for now. Again, if something is confusing, do not hesitate emailing me, because I'm very serious about your questions, and not that I want to help you, of course I want, but I do not want you to do extra work. If something goes completely, wrong, we want to avoid that. We want to get on the right track immediately and do not lose precious time. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening, and have a good week.